An explorer is teaming up with an award-winning photographer to document human relationships with the Earth and their natural surroundings.
Sounds very interesting, Gail. She's live in Lancaster with a preview. Hi, Gail.
Ladies and gentlemen, say good morning to explorer Brian Brawdy. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Gail. How are you?
I'm wondering, what kind of adventure is this? You say you're going to travel across the country, so you needed something special.
We did need something special. We had started in Denali in Alaska and decided, that's where I first met Michael Morrow and stayed in a Landscamper.
Award-winning photographer. We'll talk more about him later.
We're going to talk about him a bit later. And he turned me on to Landscamper, and now I have my little spaceship, my own little submarine, my own little adventure pod.
And let us show you how amazing this is, and we'll show you more later. Okay, Jim, hit it! It's not just a camper, but you see it expands. Just like the kind of thing we see at the recreational vehicle expositions. You have it all. So we're going to go aboard, take a look, find out how this is going to work, how it's going to hold up for how many miles?
We're going to do 49 states, including Alaska. So we're going to be all over the country, 2 oceans, all types of terrain and temperature. 1 year from today. 1 year from today, we will be back.
Are you going to start when you leave us?
I'll start as soon as I shake your hand and say goodbye. We're out of here.
Okay, don't shake my hand yet. Okay, we're going to take you aboard and also show you how they build something like this for such an amazing, don't shake my hand yet, for such an amazing adventure. More when we get, we'll also tell you how you can get one. When we,
all right.
You know, next
Sounds good. What a great idea.
An explorer and an award-winning photographer are beginning a 49-state journey this morning.
I think all of us are kind of envious of this. Gail's in Lancaster explaining why they're embarking on this year-long adventure. Hi, Gail.
Hi, it's all about passion. I'm glad you put it that way because this is the camper. We've been talking about it all morning. Now we've moved to an area where we can give a little test run. We're here with explorer Brian Brawdy with one of his associates who's taking pictures and whatnot. And Brian, before we get into the gear, because my gearheads are going to want to know what's aboard this almost said aircraft, because it's almost like an aircraft. But Brian, you were a detective who resigned, New York police, undercover. What happened?
I was a police officer in New York working undercover, and my father committed suicide. He jumped from a building in New York City, took his own life. And it was after that I wanted to find the understanding as to how someone could become so disconnected from life that suicide would make sense, and that spoke to spending time in nature, what you'd have to do to be so passionate about life. There's no way you'd want to cash it in, and that was the beginning of the tour that we're going to launch here right after we hang out with you guys.
But look at you. You have such enthusiasm. We talked on the phone, and I mean, I'm a mad woman, but you're like my counterpart. You're just like, wow, you just want to take it all in, and then just throw it all out so everybody shares what you've discovered.
That's the best way to put it. Michael and I are traveling so that we can take it all in, Gail, and then throw it all out for other folks to be inspired to have an adventure, to connect to outdoor places, whether it's with themselves and solo explorations or with their families. We just want to get them fired up about reconnecting to the planet and to themselves.
All right, show them some of the gadgets that are aboard here. Now, of course, I see iPhone. Go ahead.
iPhone. Well, this is a little more than an iPhone. We teamed up with a company called Spot so that you all will be able to track us. What I do on this Spot unit here is I hit a little button. If I get an emergency, I will hit a 911. It calls the paramedics. But look here, I sent an OK message this morning, and right here, Gail, is where we're hanging out. It pulls it right down. I'll hold it so our photographer Dave can see it. That is now telling you right where we are. That's the parking lot of Landscamper here in Lancaster. Of course, we have the Garmin GPS units that are set. As you mentioned earlier, we're going to be using biodiesel, so this allows us on the Garmin unit to figure out exactly where our next biodiesel station is, and it also allows us to track the weather on live radar as well, Gail.
Now, you're going to have a live presentation while you're doing this, and you're going to do it in 4 parts. You call it Wilderness to Wall Street, Dirt in Your DNA, Survive Alive, we like that, and Giving Green Back.
We just wanted to be able to tell folks about those 4 things. We always hear about the environment. We hear about emergency preparedness. We teamed up with Mike Marr so that he can document it in still and video. And these will be presentations, as you say, teaching folks those things. How wilderness exploration is great for you in business. It's great for survival. It's great for emergency preparedness. And now we're going to prove it with the truck and with the environmental message. Giving green back is a big part of it. Thanks to Lance, we have solar power. We have wind power. We'll run it on biodiesel thanks to Ford. So we're pretty fired up about documenting it and then communicating it back to everybody. everybody.
All right, now if folks want one of these campers for themselves, we've got information about Lance Camper, and we also have information about you on KTLA website. And it just dawned on me that we should track you. We're going to track you while you're doing this. Since we got this started, we might as well see how everything goes. So we'll do that, all right?
Can't think of anybody
no,
else
you
to
can't
hold
go
my
yet.
feet
You said you
up
shake
on
my
it.
hand.
All right,
You can't
I'll
go
shake
yet.
your hand.
We're going to show you a few
That's
more
great.
important details of this vehicle, and then send him on his way.
Yeah.
Back to you in the studio.
This is exciting. We're part of something.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
fired up.
I know, it's
Can't wait.
good.
So fired up.
Thanks,
All right,
Gail.
thanks, Gail.
She likes that horn, doesn't she?
Still to come, Tiny Tots are the new focus of your journey this morning to document the relationship between Americans and our natural surroundings.
Couldn't be happening on a more beautiful day. Gail is in Lancaster with a preview of the 49-state adventure.
Good morning, Brian Brawdy. Now, Brian is our explorer, a modern-day explorer. Here, let me turn you around the other way so you get some sun on your face here. And this is the vehicle. It is huge. The camper sits on top of a F-350.
A Ford F-350, that's correct. It sits on top of a Ford F-350, and we picked it because of its power and just all the little bells and whistles that are on it to make sure that it can support everything that we want to do on our adventure.
All right, we want to take you inside. We've been showing you the outside. Now, the outside is pretty impressive, bigger than most campers I've seen. So now we're going to take you inside. As we take you inside, when you go to Brian's website, which he's going to have all fired up for this adventure, you're going to see the following information. Take a look at this. Because this is what he wants to handle in the course of this amazing journey. You're going to take a look at exploration, of course, self-reliance, emergency preparedness, conservation and protection of ourselves and nature. That's part of the mission, correct?
Well, it is, Gail. We wanted to teach folks that you don't have to go on an extreme adventure to have an adventure. You just want to find, and whether it's with your family, your friends, hang out, explore, be prepared, and you'll have a fantastic time.
Now, we're showing you the inside here. You talked about extreme adventure. Now, that's one of your colleagues in crime, Jim, back there. And this vehicle's on the cover of RV Extreme. I didn't even know there was such a magazine.
Isn't that something? What's kind of interesting is Lance Camper's taking the roughing it out of roughing it, Gail. I don't even get credit for roughing it anymore. Look how comfortable it is.
So that's the bedroom up there, sleeps two?
That's the bedroom. Here's a kitchen, a full bath, a production bay, which we'll see later. Everything
Microwave, flat screen TV.
Flat screen TV.
And Michaela's worried about my leaving with you. Is there a bathroom in here? I told her I can't go unless there's a bathroom.
There is.
And a shower?
Yes, ma'am. Full on shower.
I'm in. Oh, look.
And look,
nice,
tall enough for you,
too.
too, Gail.
Oh, exactly. 6 foot. Oh, you're about 6'2" yourself.
Yeah.
All right, now let us give you some more information about what's going on here. Lance Camper, in case you want to do, people want to do something crazy like this for themselves. I shouldn't call it crazy. It really is an amazing adventure. I'm jealous. This is how they can get a hold of Lance Camper, and then they go to. And then, let's go in.
Okay,
let's
go
do
on.
it.
You first?
And then let's go to the KTLA website for more details about Brian and this adventure. People will be able to track you. We got to go. We'll talk about it later. But people will be able to track you while you're on your adventure.
Well, we want people to be able to check in on us, make sure that they know where we are, where we're getting our biodiesel, where we're making other folks.
We're going to fire this sucker up next hour. We're going to see if it works. Give it a test run. Normally we get in trouble if there's a problem.
I know you and your traveling spirit. You might. I want proof that you are not going to run away with this guy and go on the road for a year.
I saw a bathroom.
I
know.
Do I go out and buy the truck and...
Okay.
Gail, do I go out and buy the truck and then they put the camper, build a camper shell to my custom,
Brian?
or is that how it works, or
Yes,
does
good
the truck
question.
come with?
That's a great question. I went ahead and picked the Ford truck first, brought it out here to Lance, and then Lance not only designed the camper for me, but made it so it fits on the truck with the airbags and the shocks. Everything you need for a nice, smooth ride.
In 3 days. We'll talk about
3 days?
All right, we're going to talk more next hour. We
That's
want
what
to
he
hear
said.
more about his adventure.
I want 2 back.